Hello Libra! Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore, illustrated by Eugene Smith. Website at the bottom is llewellyn.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you need the spelling, of course. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish. And there's a website at the bottom, hayhouse.com. It's a 2002 publication. I don't remember checking it out, so I don't know if it's there or not, but I'm thinking something is. I think other people have checked it out and left comments before, so if you look for the comments, you might find out if somebody else has already looked for it and if they found it or not. I seem to completely forget about it by the time I'm done with the reading, so. What do we have for Libra? Ooh, your card at the end. Good energy. It's a lot of it's about the past. A lot of it's about the past. I feel like I need a break from things. A lot of it's about the past. Okay, so I'm trying to get into it. I'm going to shake the dice about it because I see like the past seems kind of peaceful, but there's something about the past that is not quite resolved, even though it does seem peaceful. The Devil card, and then the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, is that right side up or upside? I think it's upside down. Which tells me that the Nine of Cups upside down is like somebody who's maybe over dependent on you. In the past, there's something about the past. Somebody was over dependent on you. The Devil card, I feel like this was a difficult energy that I feel like you were working with. They seem to feel like you would make things work out for them. I feel like you did what you could. You were trying to make things better. You were hoping this was going to evolve in a good way. The whole reason you even tried. But I feel like you did. You made things a lot better for them. You made things more accommodating towards them. But I feel like as time kept going forward, they got used to getting their way. I feel like this is where this is starting from. Like they got used to getting their way. And whatever's coming up next, they're not going to be working with you. So it doesn't have to be literally work. But like whatever the situation could be, for some of you, it could be a child that maybe you raised, or maybe there's something else here where you were helping somebody younger than you. For a lot of you, I feel like it's people younger than you. It doesn't have to be. Could be somebody older. Just, take it with a grain of salt. You did make progress here, but I feel like at this point you're realizing like not everybody's going to put up with what you put up with. All right. But it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. Three of Wands, Nine of Swords. You're stressed about this. You're worried about this person. You've done a lot of work with them. There's been a lot of progress. There's been a lot of advancement. But I'm worried, like, I'm not really confident other people are going to put up with how they act. Something like that. Something about them, I don't feel like I'm confident other people are going to put up with it. And you've put up with a lot from this person. The reason you've put up with it is because they have been making advancements and they have been doing better. And you kind of felt like they did it as fast as they could on their own terms, and they did what they could. From the beginning of the situation to the current moment, it's totally different, and it's a lot better, but I feel like you're looking at it like, yeah, but it's still not acceptable. It's still not self-sufficient. It's not okay the way it's working. It's just improved. Again, there's been a lot of healing. You've done a lot of work. You've found different ways to handle things that other people wouldn't do. You've tried this, tried that. Things that other people thought, well, that you're wasting your time, Libra. You're like, well, I'm going to try anyway. and it did work in your favor. So you've done a lot of work, and you've thought outside the box a lot with this one. A lot. I get the King of Swords. A lot of energy has gone into this. But you've really, like, other people didn't see the possibility. You gave it a chance anyway. There's things here that, like, they might look like a long shot, but it's worth a shot, and it worked in your favor. Although Libra would take something like, well, that looks like a long shot, but how can we kind of edit that so that maybe the odds are more in our favor? Maybe we can't do it exactly that way, but maybe there's something we could do to kind of just make this a little bit more palatable, a couple more advantages on our side. You have done what you had to do. That's another piece of this. Other people didn't want to try, and you found opportunities, and you also edited those opportunities to fit the situation. It's not only not finding other people who will do that, but other people who can do that. So it's twofold there. People who are willing to put that energy into it, but people who are able, who have that prowess that you have. It's kind of like, it's not like an arrogant thing. It's just like, not everybody thinks that way. Not everybody can sort things out in that sense. Not everybody can do that. It's not like a bad thing. It's just like we all have different aptitudes. Do I want to say aptitudes? Different strengths, and that's one of your strengths. You know what I mean? There's more coming in. I'm just waiting for it to kind of show up, because I see you have you care about this person, but you know that they very much appreciate you at this point. They got used to you. They very much appreciate you. I do feel like they show you some type of gratitude in some respect. So, is it exactly where it needs to be? Again, I don't know about that, but it's a lot more than what it used to be. So you've made headway with this, and there's progress coming forward. It seems difficult. Okay, because when the change comes in, it comes in very fast. You know it's coming. I don't know if they know. Do they know it's coming? Yeah. They don't want it. They're upset about it, but they know it's coming. They do know it's coming. He's not crying, but it looks like every time I look at this, it makes me think that this little guy is crying, but he's not. This person is very sad for this change. But they have what it takes to go into the next level. They do have what it takes. And maybe it's time for them to kind of like step out and, get into the world with other people who aren't as accommodating as you. You've helped a lot. I feel like they're always going to remember that, but there's a change coming in, and I do think it's purposeful. I think it's important. Comes in really fast. When it does change, it seems to like, this week I'm doing this, next week I'm doing something totally different. Like within a week, I feel like it completely changes. Which may seem like, I don't know if that seems super fast, but to me it kind of does for this situation. Somebody else is coming in. Somebody else is coming in. They have their own ways of handling things, but whoever's coming in and taking your place, because they seem to jump in pretty quickly, they have their own ideas about handling things. They have a different way of handling things. What is this card? They will negotiate. I also feel like this is the type of person kind of like, how is it currently working? Let's just keep going with that, and let me learn from what's currently working and see what I can do to build from what the structure already is. They want to see what the structure already is, and they want to build from that. So they're going to be looking into the details if they can. If they have the ability to look into the details of what you did, they will look into those details if they have the ability to do so. Which may just be them talking to whoever this person is and asking how this is handled and how that is handled and all this other stuff. If they can contact you, I feel like they will. If that's allowed. If that's allowed, we're going to do that. If that's allowed, they will. A lot going on. There's a lot of changes coming in. They might want to, I feel like they might try to do things a little differently in the beginning. but it becomes too much of an uphill battle. I think what's going to happen is what's going to come in, it does go well, but when I see the Justice card at the end, it reminds me, it's like, your influence does not disappear. Progress you made does not disappear. It seems to linger on after this. This person might have to be more, like, they're going to have to find their own way to make it work. And I think they're going to be successful with that, because like, that's where I get the abundance. I feel like this is where this person really shines. It's like it's time for them to leave the nest, and it may seem like it's inappropriate to you, or like it's too soon, or you don't like that it's happening. It's time for them to leave the nest of your protection. And I do see them getting abundance. I do see them becoming more self-sufficient. This person has learned a lot from you, and I'm not saying they're going to be completely self-sufficient, although that Nine of Pentacles does seem to augur that. Augur, is that the right word? Anyway, yeah, they're headed, if they're not self-sufficient, they're heading towards a place where they're going to be self-sufficient, to where they realize that they have to find their own way to handle things and to develop forward. And I do think whoever this person is, you've helped them to that point where they are becoming more self-sufficient. Your influence has really given them the structure for them to build from, and they will do a lot better because of what you taught them. I feel like there's a lot of things here you don't realize what you taught them. You taught them to find their own way. You've taught them to, like, if this doesn't work, find something else and try to do it a different way. You also taught them that it's going to be on them at some point to actually make sure that they're successful. You did seem to teach them that. At some point, they would have to be the one doing that. And they did take that seriously, and it's just maybe it came sooner than they expected, or maybe it's just the fact that it's here. Maybe that's why you're leaving their life. I don't know if you're leaving their life totally, but in this aspect you're leaving their life, whatever this aspect is, it was meant to happen, and it's time for them to start doing it themselves. Whatever you were helping them with, they know how to do it. They saw how you did it. Now they have to do for them what you used to do for them. It's going to work well. It's going to go well. I feel like it's just time. It's good. It's not bad. It's very uncomfortable, and you are moving on from it. You're not as happy with it as you're looking. Like, on the outside, you may be like, yeah, this is going to be great. We're going to do this great. But on the inside, you're like, oh, I don't feel good about this. This is going to work out. This is going to be good. So maybe I feel like this is a vote of confidence. Whoever's moving on from you, I feel like you're worried about them. They will do well. You did teach them quite well. So I feel like that's what this is. It seems like a vote of confidence reading to me. All right. That's what I got. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.